Our Sphinx pose is a beautiful back bend. It gets us this image of letting the heart shine forward. It's very similar to our cobra or up dog in terms of stretching out and back bending through the middle of the back. And just like cobra, we're keeping our hips grounded down onto the mat. So let's take a look at Sphinx. This can be a very meditative position. It's a nice one if you can breathe into it, close your eyes, and focus on the third eye. So let's talk about our back bend, our Sphinx pose. All right. I'm gonna come down onto my belly. And I can let my arms extend long to start. So I'm keeping my legs parallel to each other. I'm even keeping a little internal rotation of those thighs to keep my lower back nice and broad so I'm not crunching into the back here. Then I'm gonna start to draw the arms back. And my goal is to get my elbows right under my shoulders. For some people, this might be a little extreme. If it feels too extreme, it's okay to have the arms forward a little bit so you're not up quite as high. If you can, we're gonna get those elbows right into the shoulders, and my elbows, my forearms are parallel to each other and they're shoulder distance apart. If you're really tight in the shoulders, then those elbows might want to come a little wider. So we're going to work towards here, but listen to your body and see how that feels. All right, so I'm in my Sphinx pose, but there's a lot of engagement I want to do. The first thing I want to do is think about my pelvis. I don't want to be coming with that pelvis tilting up. I actually want to be parallel or even pressing down into the front of my pelvis. So if this block is my pelvis, I don't want to be here. I want to be actually grounding down through my pelvis and finding a little bit of that rotation down in the pelvis. So I'm grounding down here, and I'm continuing to feel those legs internally rotate. I can even press into the tops of my feet to really engage through the legs, supporting that lower back. And then there's a lot of engagement with the arms here as well. So I'm pressing down into the ground. You can imagine there's little claws on the tips of your fingertips that you can claw into the ground, almost like you want to pull the earth back towards you. And as I do that, I'm drawing the shoulders away from the ears, down and back, and I'm pulling. It's like I'm pulling my heart forward, letting that heart really shine. And then the other thing we want to think about is our neck here. We don't want any crunching in the back of the neck. We want to think of that neck as a beautiful extension of the spine. So my gaze is between my fingertips, maybe a little further forward. I've got those elbows right into the shoulders, pressing down through the feet. I feel that internal rotation of the thighs to keep the lower back grounded. I'm grounding through the pelvis, and I'm drawing that heart forward. Nice long neck with the shoulders away from the ears. And here's where, if you'd like, you can close your eyes and focus on that third eye gaze. Breathing deeply into the Sphinx pose. Feeling a lot of engagement through my arms. Staying here for 5 or so breaths, and then when you're ready, I like to just bring the hands together, let the elbows drop out to the side, create that little pillow for my forehead. And to release the lower back, you can bend those knees and let the feet windshield wiper side to side. And if you'd like, you can come right up through cobra in this. Feeling that back bend, coming to tabletop, and then finding a neutral pose, like our down dog, just to really let that back neutralize before we come into any child's pose or forward fold. Giving that back a nice chance to neutralize after the back bend. All right, there's our Sphinx